Hello and welcome back to Wrestling with Horror. I am Pete Daddy Dollar, and as you can see, I'm not in my studio, and this is not my skeleton next to me that I usually have in the studio. No, I'm joined by the one, the only Splitzer from Super Shogun Wrestling, a good friend of mine. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is the first time we've been on camera together, and she hasn't A, thrown a can at my head, or B, kneed me in the nuts. But I punched in the face, to be fair.
That'll be for later.
Yeah, there'll be clips over this, too.
I mean, this isn't done yet, so...
Oh, shit. All right. But no, seriously, today we're here to talk about the movie Midsommar from 2019 starring Florence Pugh, which I just watched today for the first time, and it was interesting, to say the least. What did you see this when it first came out?
No, I didn't. I saw it like I think like two years ago, and it was for free on it was one of the stations and stuff, and I only watched like probably like the ending part, and then I'm like, okay, something is going on and I need to watch all of it. So once it came back on, I recorded it and stuff so that I could actually watch the whole thing, and I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's a wild movie, and I'll put the director information on the screen because I to be honest with you, I didn't even look. But I was aware of this movie when it was released in 2019 because of Florence Pugh and her at that point being tied to Marvel with the upcoming, which at that point was upcoming Black Widow movie, because she was going to be the new Black Widow. Which I thought she did all right in. Florence Pugh is definitely a versatile actress. A lot of different roles under her belt at this point. I still haven't seen Thunderbolts, which I want to check out, but she, in this movie... We meet her at the beginning of the movie, and she loses her parents and her sister to a suicide, well, a murder-suicide, basically. And it is a gnarly sequence because she's trying to contact her,
Yeah.
not getting a hold of her. And it's causing a strain on her relationship with Christian, who they're all in college together, university, and they're getting ready to do their, must be their master's thesis. So his friend group, which includes the kid that played Kenny in We Are the Millers.
Yeah.
He plays Mark, and I think Jesse was the black kid.
Yep.
Jesse. And then you have there's a couple other characters that we'll meet.
Pele.
Pele, who is actually from Sweden, where they travel to in this movie. And his friends are basically trying to get Christian to break up with Danny because she is a basket case. And this is all before her parents' death, and afterwards, it's worse. Like, they're to the point where like they're telling him, you should break up with her, and she incessantly calls him. And so after the parents' death,
He couldn't
break up with her at that point.
Yeah, like that would be the most like dumbest thing that you would do.
Well, if he
That time.
if he did,
Good timing.
I was going to say, if he did break up with her at that point, would he have looked like a dick? Yes. But in hindsight, it would have saved his life. It would have saved his life if he broke up with her, because I wouldn't want to fucking Sweden, or at least not taking her. But if they still went to that village, then
It wouldn't.
they're still cooked either way. I just wouldn't have went to Sweden. Let's face it. No. But no. So they're planning this trip to Sweden for their thesis. And Christian invites Danny, much to the chagrin of the friend group.
Even though she didn't know about the whole
He
situation.
sprung it on her.
Yeah, and they leave in 2 weeks, and it's like, why would you not tell me this is important? I'm not trying to not have you go, but it kind of is a screwy way of saying, well, I'm going, whatever, and stuff.
And he says to her, I'll pause this. So they decide to go to Sweden. Danny's going to go with Christian, Mark, and Jesse, and Pele, or Hippie Jesus from the Swedish fucking Thor commune.
And I was just wanted once just for somebody to be like, when they got introduced to him, just to be like, spindy burndi borski borski borski. It would have totally like taken everything out of the movie, but it would have been fucking fantastic. So they get there, and the first thing they do is they arrive, and they show up in a field.
Yeah, because
They met his brother, right?
part of the families and
Yeah.
stuff like that go.
Yep.
They even got like this mushrooms, and she drank the tea.
Yeah, they
and
took
everything.
mushrooms.
It's just like,
And then they hung out in a field for like hours.
and then what was like really weird is how like everything was just moving. Like you can even see like the field
Yep.
kind of like wave.
It's not just from the wind either. It's actually like it's alive. So
then like the what is it? The grass.
the grass is
on her-
growing on her hands. That was pretty fucking gnarly. So it's kind of foreshadowing what's to come. Yeah. So she like has a bad trip, and she runs over to a group, and they just happen to be laughing. She thinks they're laughing at them, and she goes into like,
it was like a bathroom.
Yeah, it's like an
and
outhouse.
seeing like her dead sister in the mirror, and she's really freaking out and runs in the woods.
Yep. And it's after that they go to
they take the hike and stuff.
Yep.
And
Mark is complaining the whole time. Ken
about
ticks.
and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep, complaining about ticks, which in Michigan that's a problem. That is a problem here.
But if you think about it, it's like if you ever notice, like even in like the first thing that you see in the beginning, like seeing that little mural it already foreshadows what's going to happen.
Yes.
Before it even tells really.
Yeah, they walk by it and it's like, oh, what's that? Well, it's just a little. Not that part yet.
No, it's the way the roof.
Oh, yes. Okay, all right.
Like it shows this, and then it's like, and now stage.
Yep.
And that's what it is too. Is that when they first walk into the community, and see like vibrant colors and stuff like that, it's like it is a stage. And these are the players that are coming in, which they don't know what they're playing with.
Yeah, and it's really like you have this elaborate like wooden entrance, and they all walk in through it.
Yeah.
And you find out there's a couple there from England. Yeah, there's one of the other guys, and they like recruit people. Basically, is what it is. It's not some They kind of have to find them and recruit them.
Yep.
And so we get like the introduction. They're kind of showing them around. And they have like musicians playing, and
they get like the strawberries on a stick.
Yep.
You're like, oh, we eat these? Yeah.
Yeah. Just it was very. What did Kenny say? We're spending a week in Waco. Call it, which I thought was funny. But you're getting to like kind of meet some of the people in the village.
They're so nice, even though they're a little strange.
Yeah.
And stuff. And and you meet like people that are on the platform up there, and it looks like it's the leaders and stuff. And I think
they have like their little opening ceremony.
Yeah,
it's
makeup and all, and then you meet the redhead.
Yeah.
What's her name? Maya.
Maya's the sister. Maya's Pella's sister. Pella and
consider themselves as
brothers. Because he makes a point to say that later on to Danny, because she's lamenting the loss of her parents, and he's like, "Oh, I lost both my parents. I was basically an orphan."
Yeah.
So
he knows her pain.
Yep. And we get what I'm trying to think, but they go into where they're sleeping, and it's basically like a hostel. Kind of, it's like a big barn, and there's just beds, and there's like an upstairs area.
Yeah, and they even say about like the age groups, like it's the younger up to I think 30. That's like spring, as they call it, and then 30 till I think it's like a weird. They go spring, summer, fall, winter, and and some of them do like housings. That's particular, but they only go up to into their 70. And there's that question. It's like, okay, what happens when they're in 70?
Yeah.
And like, Pele is like, it's
Yep.
like, oh yeah, right. But they didn't.
They didn't take it seriously,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely serious.
Until you find out later at the stew pump. I think that's what it is.
I couldn't remember the name of it. I was just in shock and awe when it actually happened.
Yeah.
But don't we have the dinner first?
Yeah, they have the dinner first because it's the last dinner that
before the festival.
Yeah, it's the starting of the festival,
Yep.
but it's just that it's their last,
basically their last supper
yeah.
for these two, who are an older married couple, and so they have their supper, and we'll go to that part because they go to this it's like a quarry. And they're preparing the couple. They don't they carry him on the
chairs.
The chairs.
That they were sitting on.
Yep.
Yes.
And they carry him, and you're like, oh, what? And then you see this it juts out, and it's like a ledge, and you see the old woman goes first, and she walks, and everybody is assembled in the bottom of the quarry, just looking up at this, and all the Americans and the two people from London are kind of together with their respective hosts, I guess you would call them. And the lady walks the edge, and all of a sudden, just down,
And,
splat,
yeah.
and she fucking bounces, and her face, when she hits, her face basically just comes off. It's like Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna take his face off, and it just, and then she's just fucking dead. She's dead.
Yeah, and everybody, the others that didn't know were freaking out, and you can see Danny just
Yep.
She doesn't know what. She's in shock.
Mm-hmm. Hey, just watched what they thought was a suicide or a murder. Basically, from their perspective, it could be either one. And then the guy jumps, and he
feet first.
Yep, he goes feet first, and his leg is just—it looked like Sid Vicious when he jumped off the top rope. His leg is just eviscerated because he fell straight down into this huge stone. And he's laying there just. So in comes Donkey Kong with his big fucking hammer, and it's the old man, and he just you see everything, and he just crushes his skull with this mallet.
It seemed like it was doing it in slow motion.
Yep.
It hits the face. It's boom.
Yep.
It's like
it was Gallagher with a watermelon. God. That's what it was.
Exactly.
It's a perfect encapsulation. It's Gallagher, and then he hands it off. There's two more people that must have been. But they
go down the line of 3 kids and they each do it.
Yep, and it's
make sure.
There's nothing left. There was nothing left. So all the foreigners are freaking out. The girl and guy from London are just
they want to leave.
They want to leave right away, and
the one of the elders trying to that it's they wanted to give their lives because it's a cycle.
Yep. And
it's just how it is for hundreds and hundreds of years.
They're given back to the earth is basically what it amounts to. So that's and that's how they, in their culture, they see this is they're doing the earth a favor. This is what they're supposed to do when they get that old, and they can't, they don't want to get sick. So they're like, nope. So it's I'll just do this then while I still can. And that's what they do.
Instead of waiting for what did she say? Waiting for the inevitable. The
inevitable. Yep. Yeah. And so they go out on their own terms, which, I mean, it's admirable. And then they burn their bodies over a fire.
And they spread the ashes on this dead sacred tree that they have.
Oh, and that sacred tree is a big point of contention in the movie because Mark is I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. And Mark goes over and they show him just pissing, and somebody comes over and starts yelling at him.
Yeah.
And
which is a very big no-no.
He pissed on the sacred fucking tree, and he's I think if he would have been, I mean, they're going to kill him anyway. They're going to kill him anyway. But
if he would have listened what's going on, that why are they spreading ashes over there? Maybe I shouldn't go over there.
Yep.
Maybe I should in a discreet way into the freaking woods.
I would have asked, hey, where's the bathroom?
Right.
Just be hey, simple question.
Outside, I could just pee anywhere.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't have pissed there anyway. It's too close to the other. People are sitting there watching you, basically. And when he was pissing, he was facing them too. That didn't even make any sense. Like the tree was in front of him. He should have had his back turned because everybody was over here. They're basically just watching him piss.
Yeah. It was right in front of the tree.
Yeah.
It wasn't behind the tree.
Yeah, the scene was I was like, oh, well. So he's Marcus in trouble. And so Jesse and Christian have their confrontation about who's gonna write the thesis in this commune.
Did.
Yep.
Because he thinks that, oh, maybe I could do
Yep.
my thesis here and stuff when it was actually his fault.
Yeah, it was Jesse's idea. And so they have an argument over this, and they ask Pele about it, and he talks to the elders, and they're like, oh, well, you can both do it. And Christian, it turns out Christian asked Pele first. So that kind of pissed Jesse off.
Yeah.
So Jesse asks, he's like, well, can I, they're showing him around, and they show him like their sacred book. And he's like, can I take pictures? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, no. And what really got me was the Oracle. So he's asking about their mating and stuff like that. He's like, well, this is a small community. So like, Christian was asking about this, is there inbreeding? He goes, no, we bring people from the outside. And right there, you're like, oh.
When Danny was standing right there, like, why would you say that?
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, it's something that, you're wondering about, but still, it's like after saying, it was around the time that they realized that Connie, and the two
from England
are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, well, and
it seemed like
Connie and Simon, I think it was.
Yeah, and it seemed like Christian didn't really care at that moment. He's like, oh, well, sucks. Yeah. Well, anyways. Yeah. And it's like,
oh no, anyway. What? Yeah, so they're gone because Simon left before you, and then the girl, she's like, well, she just takes off. And at that point you're like, all right, as soon as you hear the way the guy's describing it, and then you hear from different people around the village, the story all corroborates. It's all the same. And it's like there's no way that either of these people could have, like, all these people could know the exact story that they're telling. It's like, this is the narrative, we're going with it, like a hive mind.
Yeah.
So they're gone, and you get back in the Jesse gets up in the middle of the night because Mark is gone. They're like, he left with a girl.
Yes.
He comes back and he left this girl that calls him away. So Mark is gone. And Jesse sneaks back into like the holy
scripture
temple, and he's got the book and he's taking fucking pictures of it. And there's a window in front of him with no blind, so you can see the reflection. With the main door open, you see somebody standing there, and he turns around. He's like, "Oh, it's you, Mark." He goes, "What are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be here." And all of a sudden, wham! Jesse gets hit in the back of the head with the big fucking hammer, and you see it too. You see that big ass indent.
Yeah, he's like, yep. And I was like,
yep, like, oh, it was like very Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Especially when the guy leers over him and you see that it's Mark's face.
He's wearing.
Skinned off.
They skinned him, and he's wearing his face. It was pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
So Jesse, they drag him. You see the blood trail. They drag him out. So Jesse, Mark, Connie, and Simon are all gone. So all you have now is Christian and Danny. Well, they do their little dance contest.
To be the
May Queen.
But it's weird because Christian gets called away, and that's when the elder lady would say, "Well, Maya has a table. She wants to."
We forgot that Maya put the love room, under Christian's bed. Jesse found it, and then when they're eating, Maya served Christian hair pie.
What the fuck?
But if you notice too, all the drinks, his was different color because
it was menstrual blood.
Because there was that part when it shows
all the glasses. Oh, the story. Yep, and you saw him cutting the. Yep, I know. I was like, this is.
So this is how it goes. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. But who? And then suddenly, oh.
Yep. When I was watching that, when they're going along that, and it's kind of like this right here. It's just like they're scrolling along, and you see where they're trimming. It's like that's gonna come into play later, and it does.
Yeah.
It does. And so we get he freaks out. He freaks out.
They're like, ew. But
There's a hair.
yeah, but that also, if too, like notice like how Danny is suddenly realizing about Christian that when after she had that talk with Pele about like, does Christian feel like home to you?
Yeah.
And that's when it's like hitting it right there, and then she's realizing now that Christian doesn't know about her.
He
Really.
doesn't. He really
There was
doesn't.
that part where when they said about Connie and Simon, when Simon left Connie, and she's like, yeah, I can see you do that.
Yep. He's like, what?
That's when
He's like,
he's
nothing.
realizing. That's when he's
Yep. So yeah, it was Saturn. So they have her in the dance thing, and it's like the last woman standing dancing wins the May Queen. And he gets called away, and you see like, isn't there like rose petals on the ground or something like that?
That was after.
Oh, okay.
After she wins.
Yep.
And stuff.
That was after.
That was like really tricky because it's like seeing like her mom.
Yeah, because they're all on whatever drink it is.
Like, wait, is it real stuff? And then there's the dinner.
Well, Christian gets called away first. He gets
No, that was before she won.
Yeah, it was before she won. But yeah, so we haven't talked about that. Yeah, so Christian gets called away by Maya, and he goes into this house, and you open the door, and he talked to the elder lady first, and she's ready to breed. She chose you.
And then when Danny goes in the carriage.
Yep.
To do the what do they call it?
I can't remember what they called it, but it's after she won.
Yeah,
and
it's a blessing.
Yep. Can Christian go with me? No, you have to ride alone.
Yep. And that's when things started to
Yep.
a little.
And Christian goes in this house, and he opens the door, and here's Maya laying there on the floor, and every friggin' female, there's like, not all, but like there's like at least 10 or 15 of them.
Probably of age that already has went through
this. Yep.
Elderly.
It was funny because if you looked left or right, as you're facing the screen, I'm like, and I can't show this on YouTube because they're all naked, like extremely naked, full on bush, everything naked. And yeah, it's a commune, so there's bush.
Yeah.
But uncultured swine. Anyway, but they have them arranged, and I pointed this out. Erica walked in. I'm like, look, small, medium, and large, because they were literally arranged in order of like size from left to right on the one side of their line. So that notwithstanding, Christian is gonna come in and he's gonna pipe down Maya, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, like if you got to go in and just do the deal and get it over with, that's one thing. But you don't have to go in and do it in front of like the village council of like elder females, like, and they're not just watching; it's active participation. Like
you're helping them along.
So it starts out with, Grandma's the last one. She's the closer because Mom, she's sitting there and they all start. Maya's like and dude is sitting there and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because she was like uncomfortable, like
yep.
And then I think it might have been her mom.
Yeah, come down and
helping
holding her hand,
singing to her,
making eye contact with Christian, and I'm like, what? And I said, why don't you get behind him and tickle his balls or something? Like, do something fucking useful. You sit here making eye contact with me. I'm trying to plow your daughter. Like, how am I supposed to finish? Like, I don't get it. I don't. Literally, I was doing commentary through this entire scene. Like, Erica walked in. She goes, what the fuck are you watching? I'm like, Midsommar. I'm like, apparently this is a cult sex scene.
Yep.
And yeah.
Good timing.
So Maya's like, hey, motherfucker. She's hitting with the wrap it up button. And Grandma
comes around and
goes behind and starts shoving his ass. And it's like,
he's like, what the hell?
It was like, I thought it was going to be Pulp Fiction for a second. We are far from fucking okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Grandma helps push Christian to the finish line. and after that, after the assist from Meemaw,
what was pretty weird though is like Danny, after her little carriage ride, hearing what's going on.
They tell her to go and look.
No.
Didn't they? They said.
No, she's.
I thought they told her to
said,
go look.
That's not for you.
Oh.
But she's like, something's up. So she goes into the keyhole and sees Christian doing this. And that got the breaking point where she like just starts. Yeah.
Yep. She was at that point back into the spiral.
Which is nice though, because the girls, they helped her along. And
this scene. Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. Where they started all doing their. I've seen that, like just that clip so many times. So actually seeing it in full contact, I was fucking dead. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, I know this is supposed to be serious, but I can't take this seriously.
Well,
like everything is like so fucked
this
up.
Is like because when she was always like you see her when she is breaking down, she has nobody really to help her along. That she has to always hold it in.
So now she's able.
She's in this community. They help her along, like they want to feel her pain and stuff. So they're like, let's just do it, get it out,
And this comes back into play, the mutual shared pain that you would commonly associate with like twins, but that comes back into play. So yeah, she sees this, freaks out. They have their scene in the thing, and Christian runs out after he's finished, just butt ass naked. And I'm surprised I'm waiting this long to point this out, but the dude that played Christian looks like somebody ordered Chris Pratt on Temu. Like I point out to,
has some pretty blue eyes.
I point out to my wife, I'm like, doesn't this motherfucker look like a half-finished Chris Pratt? She's like, yeah, he actually does, because she's Chris Pratt's high, And I'm like, look at. She goes, yeah. I was like, it's like you got him off Wish. But so he's running around butt ass naked, like just holding the shit. Like, where do I go? Like,
he goes into the chicken coop.
Goes into a chicken coop and finds Simon, still alive.
No.
I thought he was alive, but like flayed.
But his back was like,
his back is like opened up,
and the chickens are like walking all over him, and he has like flowers in his eyes.
Yeah, and the flowers that are growing on people are alive too. Like,
yeah, because of the drugs.
The hallucinogenics, yeah.
That's what's crazy is like it opens and then closes. It's like it's breathing.
Yep.
Even the food.
The food moves.
But then you see like on Simon's back that it's like breathing as well. That's probably why you think that he's still alive, but he's not. And
the thing that got me here was the guy comes in, and Temu Chris Pratt turns around. And the guy's like, "Pocket sand, yeah,
pocket sand."
Yeah, no, he blows it.
I was doing pocket sand jokes. I'm gonna play a pocket sand gif. But yeah, so he blows it in his face.
And it paralyzes him.
Yep. He's like, so the one girl, she opens his eyes. She's like, you can't talk or move. So he watches like her coronation, isn't it?
Yeah, and because it's the pretty much the end of the festival, so now they say like, okay, well we had like these patrons that volunteered and the ones that they brought in.
Yep.
And already have given their lives, and now it's the queen's turn to pick the last ones, which was nuts because that she just couldn't bear it anymore. Sorry, you're the one that would be sacrificed.
And he's just sitting there in a wheelchair looking like Stephen fucking Hawking, like just all curled up and shit. Like he was all curled up on.
Knows that he's
dead. So what they do is they wheel him into this room, and there's a bear, and you see the doctor.
You see them earlier.
Bear.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the bear?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the bear.
Yeah, we'll talk about it now.
Yeah, it's a bear. It's a bear. It's just a bear in a fucking cage. So the bear's dead, and they're like, "Oh, well, you cut here, and we don't want to damage this or that."
Those boys how to skin them.
Yep. And they take Christian, and they stuff him inside the bear like it's Luke Skywalker and the Wampa in Return of the Jedi. Jeez, Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite fucking Star Wars movie. I'm stoned. But so they shove him inside there. They sew him up like one of the three little bears, and
they take him into that yellow temple.
They have the yellow temple, which they're like, you're not allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
And
this is the reason why.
you see all the bodies being taken in there and put in the fucking temple. And last is Christian, and the bear, he's alive.
Right in the middle.
He's alive. The villagers are alive, but they come along and they like give them a poison from like a tree root or something like that, wasn't it?
No, it was something.
It was something from a tree.
Yeah, it's the yew tree, and it's something to do with like so that they don't feel as much pain.
Yep.
But apparently,
It didn't work because one guy was screaming when he was on fire. It's like, but Christian, he's in the middle of everything in a bear suit.
Engulfed.
Yep.
He couldn't do nothing.
Couldn't move.
That's.
Mm-hmm. And while everybody's burning inside, everybody outside starts
pain.
Yep.
Of
pain.
And then you see Danny just kind of like looking crazed, and then suddenly you see that.
It's fucking smile. Yep.
And that's when it broke me. I was like, wow. Because now she's part of this.
Yep. She's now their queen. So.
Which is really crazy about when it comes through this whole movie, then you watch it a couple times, you realize that everything has been orchestrated.
Yep.
And then you realize too that like Danny wasn't exactly supposed to be on this trip, but that's when Palais got it into motion. If you notice like how he's always looking at her.
Yep.
And
he drew her.
And he actually does like her.
Oh yeah.
And because like I said, he's always like, you know, he gave her the birthday gift.
Yep.
That he drew her. And like years even when as May Queen, he kissed her.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, eh?
Yeah, he just open mouth kissed her.
Yeah. And she didn't say no. It's like
nope. Didn't say one thing.
I have a feeling they probably
Oh yeah. They were
later on.
He got under her ceremonial flower gown because she's like all like the flowers on her head were moving too in the crown and shit. That was tripping me out. I'm sitting there going like, I did the Leo meme. I was like, oh, good move. But
yeah, but everything like it just goes into play like without you even realizing it. It's like all the pictures that are on the walls and stuff. Even at Danny's apartment and stuff, you see her in her room when after her parents have been dead probably for come in spring. And you see pictures on the wall. There's the little girl that's afraid.
Yeah.
There's a big bear.
Which everything, yeah, they did a good job with the foreshadowing.
Yes.
And well, another thing I want to say about this is the locations in this, the cinematography, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, even the colors with
the
flowers
Yep.
and it's kind of weird how like if you notice like how the buildings were built,
Mm-hmm.
how abstract it is.
It was very abstract. The one was like it looked like it collapsed, but it was built that
was
way.
Like this, and then it kind of like angles and then out and
down out. Yeah, it was. I'll try to put a clip of that in here, but yeah, it was cinematography was good. The score to it was good. The way it was lit, the costume department, the way the white robes contrast with like the natural setting was really cool too. And then you have the flowers, like you said. Yeah,
it just brings everything out.
Yeah, it really it's a aesthetically like pleasing to the eye to watch movie too. Yeah, I only knew what Florence Pugh and then the We Are the Millers kid, Kenny.
Yeah, that's the only two I know.
That's basically it from this. Like I said, other than that, you have Timu Chris Pratt. But and then the black guy, I've never seen him in anything. Mark. Was it Jesse? Jesse was Mark was the redhead. Yeah, I'd never seen him in anything before. Nor any of the other
characters.
Main characters, I guess. But it was a good movie. I want to watch it again because I know there's things I missed.
Yeah, like I said, once I watched it, it's like I feel like I need to watch it again, and then I watch it again and again. It's like, why do I like this movie so much? It's so disturbing, but yet I just love it so much.
Definitely.
I just gotta buy it.
Yeah, there's some good like I wouldn't classify this as I don't know how to classify this. Like it's not horror in a traditional sense.
It's a cult.
It's
cult suspense thriller in a way.
Almost like a mystery. Not well, kind of. I mean, it's not really a whodunit or like a giallo.
You know
You know whodunit, but I don't. It's a why kind of thing, I guess. It's just you're waiting for all the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place for this. And around here we score things on a 10 scale. I'll let you go first.
I would say it's like a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I'm gonna look at this the way I normally do, which is, did the movie achieve what it was trying to do? Did it entertain me? Was it visually like attractive to look at the movie, the way it was shot? Was the sound mixing good? I mean, the answer to all these things is yes. I would have liked, I mean, it's got the runtime is 2 hours and 37 minutes. It's a long movie. It never got to the point where I felt like the movie insisted upon itself, because I felt like everything we got was necessary to get us where we needed to be. I'm going to give this one a solid, I'll go 8. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I have really nothing bad to say about the movie, which is a rarity for me.
Yeah, because it also reminds me, because I've watched this movie before. I watched Midsommar, was The Wicker Man.
Oh, very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Because, cop comes and wants to investigate murders and stuff in Sweden.
Yep.
And find out that there was a bunch of big, huge cult, and he was chosen to get into like a sacrifice for the festival.
Not the bees.
No. And what was awesome is he
I
was it Christopher Lee in there, and it's like, oh,
I forgot he was in that.
yeah, it's like, oh, it's Dracula.
Fucking Count Dooku.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was Midsommar. Thank you for joining me, Splitzer.
You're welcome.
It's nice to have you around and not get punched or hit with anything in the head. So, shit. So until the next episode, gang. I'm Pete from Wrestling with Horror. If we don't see you, have a great day, pleasant vibe. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away. Deuces.